I'm Chronix, and this is Crystal from the most extreme wrestling. We're going to be doing the John Morrison weekly update. You see, there has been this idea. Why is John Morrison upside down? He's got that parkour going on for him. There's been this popular idea about him and Melina. We all know that Melina is his girlfriend. John Morrison is the guy we're talking about. There's this popular idea that now that Melina is gone and she's gone from the WWE, that John Morrison cannot stay in the WWE.
That's right.
That Melina is going to either force him to go out, or he's just going to be so sad and alone he's going to have to leave.
Right.
And this idea is rampant. Every time we talk about John Morrison, bring up anything about his push, everybody's like, oh, no, he's going to leave. He can't stay just because of Melina and all that. And so what we're going to do on this episode is debunk that. Because we are some of the only people that I know of that think that that idea is completely unfounded.
That's correct.
It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. So let's get into this.
Okay.
First of all, everyone thinks that he's going to leave because of Melina.
Right.
They think that he's going to leave because apparently Melina controls his life, I guess.
That's what they say. But I mean, who really knows that?
I mean,
there's rumors. There's various things, but I mean,
there's rumors that
who
he let Batista have like sex with her and stuff, but we don't really know that.
I mean, things like that. Many things could be twisted into that. Could be that she cheated on him. Could be that maybe they have an open relationship. Maybe he's doing other chicks. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Even if that
Could be that he gets off on watching her do other dudes.
I know. I mean, even if that story is true, that could be the case.
Or it could be completely made up.
Yeah, just because someone who worked for the WWE made that statement doesn't make it true.
Yeah.
And just because it was on the internet and was perpetuated through all the websites and YouTube and everything doesn't mean that it is valid.
It does not. It could be just completely and totally made up.
Just completely contrived.
But just nobody knows, for sure.
But what we do know is that she's gone.
Right.
And this is what raises the question. Since she's gone, is she going to make him quit?
I say no. I say, first of all, if she, cares about him at all, she's not going to want him to totally destroy his career just because, hers didn't go just like she wanted. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
But everyone says, well, he's going to have to follow her.
But why? I mean, wrestlers' girlfriends get fired all the time. Drew McIntyre's girlfriend got fired.
I think so.
Who else's girlfriend got fired?
Well, at one time, I think this might be one of the reasons people bring this up, is because Jerry the King Lawler had the cat. And they were together, she got fired, and he's like, oh, no, you can't fire her. And they were like...
But that was because Jerry the King believed that he had such pull with the company that Vince would not dare fire him.
Because he'd been there forever, and he's like a voice.
Morrison believes that. I don't think Morrison believes that he could walk in and be like, you can't fire her. If she goes, I go.
Well, if that was the case, he would already be gone.
Well, this is a good point. So that's not even a relevant argument.
No, I guess not, so we can't even bring that up.
Yeah.
But it's happened, guys. Their girlfriends have gotten fired, and they continue to go on, no problem. So I don't understand why. Where is the evidence that this has happened? I gotta think, I have a job, and you have a job.
I do.
We do not work at the same place.
We do not.
So... John Morrison has a job at the WWE. Melina doesn't have a job now, but she will probably be working, at least doing something.
Yeah, I mean something. And
so it's like they can have separate jobs.
Yeah.
We can have separate jobs. I'm
John
sure that
Cena and his wife have separate jobs.
Exactly. There are wrestlers that are married to people who their wives are not even wrestling fans and don't even care.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. I know
they can live completely separate lives and it not make any difference.
Yeah, I have a girl that I know, and she's married to a professional baseball player. She hates baseball. I mean, she doesn't even, she goes to his games occasionally, but she does not enjoy baseball. She doesn't care.
But
I mean, she loves him, not his job.
But I guess we got to think, though, that John Morrison and Melina, they are actually in the same field. They're just working they'll have to work for other companies. So I guess that would make it more like an idea that Melina or John Morrison or whatever, John Morrison would leave WWE because they're in similar job situations.
Right.
Or she would work for a rival company where he could go to that rival company and presumably be real high up in the company because of his name and popularity.
But I mean, just what I say, I think I said this before, the top of a pile of crap is the top of a pile of crap. Like, would you rather be at the top of a pile of crap or in the middle of a pile of gold?
John Morrison is not at the top of the WWE.
No. That's not the pile of crap. I said the top of the pile of the crap, that'd be the top of TNA.
Oh.
Or the middle of the pot of gold, that would be
I
the WWE.
see what you're saying.
Follow the
yeah, I didn't follow that at all.
Okay,
but this is bringing to light the idea that most people think that women control men.
This is true.
This happens. Oh, trust me. I have friends, I know people, where the woman is in control and the man is just cowering in fear.
But it happens the other way, too.
Yeah.
There's many men
Traditionally in the past, the man told the woman what to do, the man had the job, the man wore the pants,
and
the man made the money, and the woman sat at home and,
knitted or something. But
yeah, popped out some kids.
But there's a lot of women that still live that lifestyle today. And I mean,
But.
And there's a lot of both sexes that are just controlled by their spouse.
Yeah.
And so...
And we don't, and us personally, we don't live in a situation where one is a breadwinner and the other is cowering in the corner.
Yeah, and it's not even about who's the breadwinner and who's not.
Well, that's true.
There's some
they
men
just get controlled.
that the women control them whether they work or not. I think it's just about personalities and stuff. And I do think that the idea of women controlling men, I think a lot of it comes from sitcoms and stuff.
Well, society...
And so the way society portrays relationships.
Emulates. And it goes back and forth.
It
like
does.
Art emulates life.
It does.
You were talking about... completely missed it. But, John Morrison... Oh, John Morrison is not the type of personality like you're talking about.
Well, I mean,
I don't think that he would be the type of personality to be controlled in that situation.
Yeah,
like, he wouldn't be able to take care of his own stuff.
Well, none of us really know his personality. I mean, of course. But, I'm just saying, typically, the type of guy that's going to end up being a professional wrestler, like, typically they're arrogant.
Alpha males.
Alpha male. Show off. Like... performers. I mean, typically anybody that's in a performing situation is kind of going to have that personality. And typically that personality is not one that's going to be browbeaten in a corner. The
only thing that would go against that is that typically performers of any right are all insecure. But...
True, but they're also usually Mr. Alpha Male.
But we look at John Morrison, and John Morrison, with the discipline that he has...
He does have a lot of discipline,
to be able... to get the abs that he has the best abs in the WWE. He has the lowest body fat. The fact that you get muscles like that. Look, you can't just inject steroids and get muscles. I got muscles. I got abs. I got 7% body fat. I didn't ever take steroids in my life. It's about discipline. Also, the parkour. Discipline and focus. Someone with that much discipline, that much focus, able to pull off the things that he does in the ring... It's hard for me to believe that this would be the kind of person that would be like, oh, you don't want me to work there anymore? Okay.
And also, I mean, going back to the thing, I haven't studied Melina as much, but I'm just saying that if Melina cares about him, she's not going to be like, hey man, screw up your life. And on a selfish perspective, I would think that he would probably have more earning potential in the WWE. I would think. I do not know this for sure.
We don't even know how much he's making there now.
We don't. But I would think that she would be like, hey, he's going to bring in some more money. With the merchandise and whatnot.
People seem to think that Melina is inherently controlling.
They do seem
we really don't know that.
We don't know. She seemed to be, nice to him. She went to the hospital when he was having some problems. There was pictures of her trying to take care of him in the hospital and stuff. Seemed to be a caring girlfriend. And that's the other thing. They're just like boyfriend and girlfriend. I mean, I understand that can be a serious commitment, but it's not like they're like permanently attached to each other.
They're not married.
They're not even engaged.
And I know,
they're just dating.
I know that
break up all the time.
People seem to have things all crazy in their head because, they're just dating. They're just boyfriend and girlfriend. They're not married. They haven't gotten engaged. So
yeah, and so why would you, I personally...
Why would you think, they're on that level?
I wouldn't base major life decisions on a boyfriend. I wouldn't. I mean, because I see people that base major life decisions on their boyfriend or girlfriend, and it usually doesn't go well. Like, the most common that I see is, I'm going to move here because that's where my girlfriend goes to school. Never worked out.
Yeah.
Never seen that work out. So it's just like you would think that people with maturity. I mean, they're not stupid 18-year-olds here. These people.
No, John Morrison's 30 years old.
Professionals. He's 30. I don't know how old Melina is, but she's not a teenager.
No,
I mean, you think they would?
She's been with the WWE since 2002.
Yeah, these are seasoned. They got their career to think about. They got other things to think about. I don't think they're going to base all these decisions on their boyfriend or girlfriend.
And I just think that all of these rumors and assumptions, these assumptions are just completely unfounded. They're based on no logic. They seem to be, like, people are viewing their relationship like they're teenagers or they're, like they're 12 years old. It's like, if my girlfriend can't be in science class with me, then I can't be with her. That's the kind of thinking, that's the level we're on. So I have to assume that a lot of people saying things like this are either young, they haven't been in relationships, or they just haven't been in a good one. It happens. But I can't see where this comes from. Where is the logic? Someone tell me the logic in this. Why would he leave? Sure, there's other rumors that are out there about him not being liked, and he's getting beat a lot on Raw and things like that, but he's on TV. We see him every week. When you go to an events page and see who's going to be there, it'll say, up at the top, you got John Cena, you got The Miz, and then you got, Del Rio or Punk. And then it'll say also, and it'll be Rey Mysterio, John Morrison. Every time, they'll have, even if it's 5 or 6 people, John Morrison's always listed. So he's obviously that high of a priority. At least they're thinking about him. I mean, they don't put Zack Ryder on there. They don't put Tyler Ricks on there. They don't put, a lot of other people. They're obviously, in my opinion, and from what I've seen and evidence, they have a plan. And I think that Melina really didn't need to be there.
No.
What was she doing? She was already done with him. They had done their little storyline. She'd been there for years. She really had no marketable value anymore. They got rid of her.
Right. I think John Morrison has marketable value.
And I think that they can move ahead with him. They can do things with them. They can go places with them.
And I would also think, this is something I would also think, wouldn't you know it was coming?
I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
I made a video about it.
I would think that maybe, everybody sat down and was like, hey, I think that Melina might not be here.
And
so it seems like we would be prepared for this.
And there seemed to have been a lot of tests lately on John Morrison. I think that getting rid of Melina was a test. Because if they got rid of Melina when he was right about to win the championship, or he had a lot of money invested in him, where he was about to go to WrestleMania or something, then they fired her, and he actually was like, I'm out of here, then that would have been horrible on the company.
Right.
So I think, we got to get rid of her, got rid of her right now before she gets big. Before he gets big. And has more power. So they've been doing these tests on him. Seems like they've been throwing a lot of curveballs at him. They've been doing things. They've put him, in a kind of high-profile little feud with R-Truth for a little bit. Kind of seen how it done. And he's been doing so many interviews lately. He's been on TV. But that, I guess, is all for another video. This video is specifically about the rumors about Melina. And Melina making him go away, making him leave. Which as I said, is completely unfounded.
Yeah, which I believe we've thoroughly covered.
So yes. Next week,
that's all our points.
I'm not exactly sure what we'll talk about. It kind of depends on the feedback we get from this video about how angry people get about what we said. It happens. Or about what John Morrison will be doing next. We also have to catch up on an interview he did this week that we didn't even mention because we were going to talk about this video specifically. And John Morrison and all of our gear will be there next time, so check that out.